Hey guys, Mouse here again for another Power of Destruction video. And look at this, guys. We just got a 650 million points. The previous water lineup that I did only reached around 470 million if I remember correctly, and some people are even accusing me there that I was cheating, but I'm not sure why, but this is very possible. The lineup that we used here is our A5 Alicia, A3 Bora, A3 Meilin, A3 Cha, A4 So, and A1 Min. So here they are. As you can see, these guys, I already switched up some of the items because I'm already doing my dailies after a long day. So I highly recommend that you watch this video today, this review, this episode of my Power of Destruction series, because there are a lot of things that I'm gonna share, a lot of tricks, a lot of tips, a lot of tactics that I use to be able to reach this kind of damage. So I know some of you are already experts when it comes to Power of Destruction, so this video is only for those who are still looking for ways to improve their performance in Power of Destruction. So firstly, this is gonna be a full showcase of my now newly fresh water lineup because I just got an A3 Meilin. My goodness, she's so good, guys, in Power of Destruction, okay? In Power of Destruction. Other content, I'll just talk about it in another video, okay? And also, we are now using a new skill that deals so much insane damage, up to 10 million. One crit, 10 million damage. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys that as well. And also, this is gonna be a very detailed technical video because we're gonna review and we're gonna focus more on the gameplay here. So we already talked about a lot when it comes to team building, composition, items, etc. Over the past few videos. So guys, for the first part, we're gonna watch the replay first, and so that you're gonna see the entire run without anything. Okay, I'm not gonna speak, and then afterwards we're gonna slow it down and break it down one by one so that I can share you also some of my ideas, what I was thinking during those moments, and the things I do, the details to maximize damage and all of those things. Okay, so my goal here is to help you guys out with this information that you can use also to compete in your servers. So guys, let's go ahead and watch the replay. Okay guys, so we are now here in my pre-recorded video and we're gonna discuss the play-by-play here. Okay, so this is gonna be learning and sharing video. Now, for this one, starting point, this is very important guys, but this depends on the case-to-case basis. Okay, as you may have noticed, Meilin went to the left side and Alicia went to the right along with Bora. So Alicia went to the right because she's in the first slot in the character or the team selection page. And Bora is the second one in the middle and this one is at the right side. So that's usually how it's working here. So depending on the move of the dragon, they usually go this way except during the times when the dragon uses the breath wherein everyone goes to one side only. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is to move fast. So I don't usually do this, but in this case, I want to move very, very fast. Okay, I want to clear those hands very quickly and cast my Moon Shadow. Okay, Shadow Step, and okay, as you may have noticed, I immediately dashed out because the damage there is gonna be enough, and then I'm gonna throw my Plumser there, not much damage actually, and so now broken immediately. Okay, so what you're gonna do here, if you are a Moon Shadow user, this trick I saw it from one of Nato's videos. I'll give credit where credit is due. Okay, so if you cast your Moon Shadow immediately, even if it's A1, you're gonna get multiple stacks already. As you can see, I already have 3 Moon Shadow stacks here. So that will work as long as you press your Moon Shadow before the dragon's head falls here. And I also used my Igris here, as you can see, because we want to cast that defense decrease buff from Iron and deal some damage. So we don't have the Shadow Step yet here, but later we're gonna use that. Okay, so let's just check the damage here, just so you can see. Okay, Moon Shadow, and I casted another Amplifying Draw and casted the Cutting Rush, whatever was that. I think this is the one. So I don't have any units here that might be able to deal that kind of damage. I have here Meilin, I have here Alicia, so their damage is gonna be color blue because this is a water weakness dragon. And I also have Bora, which I doubt that she's gonna be able to reach that kind of damage. So I think that's the one. And then again, another Amplifying Draw, as you can see here. Okay, lots of details here. Bam! And into that whatever skill, X Water X. Let's just call that Water X because I forgot the name. Sequent Explosion, something like that. Okay, just keep on hitting, and we dealt around like a good amount of damage there. All right, so now for the next one. Okay, so we're on the lookout for Shadow Step, but in this case we didn't get an opportunity, so we didn't use one and we immediately casted the Moon Shadow. But this time, since the dragon already has 3 stacks, so it doesn't matter when you cast it, but I just wanted to cast it immediately just so the incoming damage is gonna be massive from the hunters as well. Okay, so let's just go back again. Same combination. Moon Shadow, bam, 3 Moon Shadow stacks, increased damage received, Amplifying Draw, cast the Cutting Rush. I think this is the one, the 3 million white damage. 3 million white damage, guys. And this one, Sequent Explosion, I'm not sure, we can't see because because it's also color blue, so we won't be able to see. And as you may have noticed, I didn't use my ult. So one of the things that I kind of want to share with you guys is that Power of Destruction, although you need to deal a lot of damage, is not a race. Okay, so there are mechanics here, there are timings here depending on what you want to do. So as you can see, that's a big play. Let's go back there. Okay, I was just talking about the timing. Okay, as you can see, one right hand. I know for sure how much damage my Alicia can deal here. So I followed the red mark up to that area. So remember that attack pattern. You can use your shadow step here. This will give you a lot of time. I kind of missed the second one, but the third one, I got it. And boom, shadow step. Now the dragon has a shadow step. And again, into another moon shadow. Amplifying draw. Cutting rush. And ult. Another, I'm not sure if I had enough for another amplifying draw. I think so. We're gonna see later. I'm not sure if I was able to use amplifying draw on my ult. I hope so, because that's gonna be a lot of damage gone if I didn't. And the dragon is dead now at 2 minutes and 28 mark. Okay, so cutting rush, and I'm not using my plum sword because it's not good here. Alright, so what I'm doing now here is that I know that my hunters can pretty much destroy one hand. So there's no point in walking there and helping them out because... Okay, so that's gonna be different from every character. This is my personal character, so I kinda already know what my units are capable of. So same combination, amplifying draw, cutting rush, amplifying draw, sequent explosions. If okay guys, just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if that's a really sequent explosions. Okay, now we are already at 200 million in the 145 mark. Okay, so let me just pause it here. Actually, in terms of the overall damage output on the upper half of the dragon from 2 minute mark, 4 minutes mark to 2 minutes mark, this is actually decent, but it's not the best. But later on, we're gonna see how my points will catch up. So sometimes, even if you didn't perform well during the 4 minute mark up to the 2 minutes mark, you can still catch up with points. Okay, so here, what you should be doing, so it depends on your character progression. So if your character progression is still low, you're gonna need some breaker here. But if it's already high enough, you can just burst this golem. Okay, there are tricks here wherein you can deal damage even if the golem still has not reached the floor. But I don't do that, and I'm gonna explain why. Okay, so here what you can do is, if you lack mana, you can just keep on doing normal attack, or you can use your skills. So here I don't kill this golem fast, and the reason I don't kill him fast is that this is gonna be a time for me to get a bit more stacks and power gauge. Okay, a bit more B stacks and power gauge. So it's not gonna, even if you kill it fast, it's not gonna affect the how long the dragon will fly around and whatever. Okay, so here, as you can see, again, my hunters are already strong enough, and they don't need my help. I'm just gonna waste my shadow step if I go there, but I don't use shadow step here, and you might be wondering why. Because I have an ult. Okay, so we're gonna be patient and we're gonna wait for the right moment. Again, okay, so here, and that's the right moment. Okay, so this is my first time to watch this, guys. This is my first time to watch this, but I kind of remember what I was doing. So again, let's go back here. And there you go. Just saving. You don't need to deal as much damage. This is not a race of damage. This is a game of timing as well. So you don't just go ahead and just break the hands fast, use every skill you have. There is timing. That's very important. Okay, so when you see this mechanic, this is gonna be a very good time to actually attempt a shadow step, because there's gonna be a continuous flow of damage that you can wait until the arms or the hand is destroyed. And there you go. Boom, shadow step into the head, into a moon shadow, 3 stacks. We have 5 stacks of crit, 4 stacks of double edge, 5 stacks of plum, pulverize, and we have 100 stacks of cursed set, amplifying draw, first kill. Okay, so amplifying draw plus the cutting rush is still in. There's still enough time to be able to cast the ult. Okay, so another amplifying draw into the ult, and that's gonna be a massive damage again. Proper timing. Proper timing. There. Oh my goodness. So what I've noticed when doing Power of Destruction runs is that Enyo, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure about this, but I feel like the dragon is getting softer as time passes by. So here towards the end, it's a catch up period, I believe. Okay? Or it could be that my hunters at this point have already stocked a lot of their beast set effect. Okay, because they continuously hit the dragon. They don't walk around looking for timing. They just keep on attacking skills, basic attack, core attacks. So they probably have a lot more beast stacks than I have. So now let's just take a look at how much damage we dealt there with just the proper timing and proper combination. So here we're gonna start with 211M. From the time the arms or the hand was broken, into the shadow step, full combo with shadow, boom. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Even just the cutting rush is so huge. Okay, so 221, 231, and then ult. And then 269. I'm not sure how much damage that was because my units are also attacking. But from 1 minute 12 seconds at 212M, we are now close to 300M. Just one rotation, guys. Just one break towards the head with proper timing. I already got a lot of damage there. There's no cheat. Okay, so moving on. 45 seconds remaining. One hand here. Bam. And again, guys, this line is your boom. The best chance to use your shadow step is that mechanic. So, shadow step into the cutting rush. That is 10 million. Guys, 10 million damage, I believe. Oh my goodness. Tell me it doesn't work. That's oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is my first time seeing this. I didn't know this actually deals that kind of damage. And boom, for water, I think that was the 2.8 million, and now we have 365 damage. And guys, again, the timing. So by paying attention to your cooldown, you're gonna be able to maximize the use of your skills. As you can see here, 27 seconds remaining and 23 seconds remaining on ult, because I know when to pull off that ult so that I would have another ult once again. So we're already at 378 million. Okay, so this line again, but no chance here. I'm not sure if I'm still gonna be able to do something here. So no shadow step this time, but that's okay. And plum sword. And then into, I actually made the mistake here. I probably would have been able to get around 450M. So the mistake I did here, I just noticed this one because I was panicking at that time. Okay, let's just go back real quick. Okay, so the mistake I did there was that I already casted my moon shadow and my ult is still 5 seconds before the cooldown ends. So I'm not gonna be able to take advantage of that massive ult. Probably, I'm not sure. So I still used cutting rush plus sequence explosion. Let's see if I was able to use it. VLC player. Okay, amplifying draw. There, as you can see. Bam. Massive skill. Amplifying draw. Another skill. And I'm not sure if I still have... No, I don't have amplifying draw there. Oh my goodness. I missed a lot of damage. I missed a lot of damage actually. Let's go back to that again and let's just pause it. Oh no, wait. Okay, the mistake happened here. Oh my god. This should have been a top score for me. Okay, sequence explosions. Was I able to use... No, I don't have amplifying draw anymore. So my ult here... Oh my god! I should have been able to reach 450M with one run. But, sorry. Mistakes happen. Look at that, my ult is so weak. My ult is so weak. If I was able to be patient, because that was a crucial period, if I was able to become patient there in casting my Moon Shadow and my amplifying draw, oh no, that's gonna be 450M. For sure. For sure. I know. Okay, so guys, let's discuss my Jinwoo gears. So this is run number 1 and I'm gonna show Jinwoo here. I'm not sure if I'm still gonna change something up for the next run. Maybe because it's situational depending on the lineup. Some things here probably won't work. No, I mean it will work, but we might need something else that's gonna be more effective, but I'm not sure yet. But anyway, let's start with my Jinwoo. Here are the stats. So okay, attack is 21.7k, precision is 90%, crit rate is 46.6, critical hit damage 174.13, pen 14%, damage increase 9.98, and dark damage 8.36. Doesn't help much. So for the stats allocation, as you can see, I have precision here. If you've watched my previous episode in Power of Destruction, although it's not yet in English before, I'm gonna be making English videos starting now. Okay, so I allocated attack and I allocated precision. So I know some of you guys have heard that okay, it's just go pure attack. But guys, if you're not in the penalty, precision will help, and especially in terms of content like dragon, I want my damage to be more consistent, because if I remove this precision, added it on my attack, I'm probably going to get around 1000 or 1500 something like that amount of attack, and that's still not the raw attack. That's with some of the attack percentage from my gears. So is it gonna be worth it, you may ask? In my opinion, yes, because my precision is only originally at around 75%. Okay, if I remove those, I'm not gonna remove it. I'm super poor. Ready? I can't show it to you. My gold is only 137k. And I just literally did this. I took this Power of Destruction seriously to see the limitations or the highest limit of my account. So that's it for the build allocation. I think the additional 15% here in my precision, I think that's gonna be super duper worth it. And you might ask if it's okay for you to do that. It kind of depends. Okay, the math here is complicated and very situational. So in my case, I already have a lot of raw attacks from my gears, which is why, to be honest, the attack that I'm gonna get here is just a small portion of my actual raw attack. Alright, so at least that's how I would explain it. So I myself am not very good at things like those, but that's the idea. Okay, so my raw attack is already high. That's why I can sacrifice more just to get more consistency in my damage. Okay, I don't want that RNG on maximizing all the damage. I'm not a fan of those kinds of things. It's gonna take a lot of time before I can get the amount I'm looking for. So I just resorted to this. And now for the skills, I got this Cutting Rush, okay, which has a huge amount. This is heroic already, huge amount of damage multiplier, and it increases the damage dealt to targets in break state by 150%. And so some of you might ask, if does that work against the dragon? The answer is yes. I do have a 20-minute video just testing this skill, which is the other one that I used, the 625% damage water elemental damage with water element damage with an increased damage dealt to targets in break state by 150%. Those are the massive damage that you're seeing, and I'm using it with amplifying draw. So for those of you who don't know that yet, amplifying draw is the skill you get from the plum, but mine is already above A3. So whenever I dash, I get the amplifying draw buff for 5 seconds, which increases my crit damage, crit chance, and skill damage. So partnered with all of this massive burst on the head of the dragon, it's gonna be a massive damage. Okay, and if you partner it with the Moon Shadow, which also has a stacking increased damage taken on the enemies. Oh, it's already 4 hours on the enemies. So it's a great combination. Okay, so Moon Shadow, amplifying draw, bam. So just imagine the amount of damage. All right, so I used to use this. I think this one is still pretty effective. I probably should have used that, or maybe not. I'm not sure. But this one is really good. Cooldown is 15 seconds, because the downside of using where was that? Using this one is that the cooldown is 20 seconds, but that's all you need, because you just want to pack all that damage into that shotgun or grenade launcher, and then bam. Okay, so that's the concept. That's the gameplay that I'm doing right now, because those are the things that I have. So this is tailored only on my gameplay, but you guys can take inspiration, and you guys can get some ideas from here that you can also use for your runs. And before I was using this for the increased critical hit damage. This also works well, but I think for dragon fight, I think this one is so massive. 1344%. With this, guys, is not 100 plus 150% multiplier. This is an actual additional 150% damage. If you don't believe me, you guys can watch the video where I tested this skill, like in actual 20 minutes video where I tested this, and in the dragon, not somewhere else. Okay, so that's gonna be my skills for this run. And for my blessing stones, I use Bloodlust. Oh boy, I got so lucky with my blessing stones. I just got this, and I just got this. So if you've watched my previous videos in Power of Destruction, you will see that these are all blue rarity only. So I got lucky. So for the Bloodlust, it decreases the target's defense by 70%, by 7%. So your teammates are gonna benefit from that as well. And then I went full blown damage with double-edged sword, additional attack, and pulverize again. Okay, so this one is I don't know if this is working, but I just assume that it's working. But I haven't tested pulverize in actual yet. The only one that I tested is this, and I've seen the damage of this, and this one makes it believable. Okay, so just that. Okay, so some of you might argue with that. So, and sharp perception, which increases my crit rate, but there are a lot of other things that you can do here. I removed this because I want to use my dashes more. Okay, and the damage is okay, but I wanted to use my dashes more this time because I changed my gameplay. So for the weapons, plain old Plum. Okay, everyone should already know about Plum. If in case you don't, then there are a lot of videos that you can find on how to use Plum, the advantages of Plum, the combinations that you can use with the Plum sword, and the Moon Shadow, of course, is also one of the meta weapons. When I got this, I actually didn't know what it's doing, so I'm very happy that it's working out well with my playstyle. And for my skills, okay, we already got the skills. And for my artifacts, so I'm just using my old Black Lion's helmet, kind of push my crit rate and attack. And I already transitioned to the cursed set with the increased damage dealt. Okay, two of that. Really good stats. And the gloves, I still need a better one for the gloves, but since I don't have one yet, that's gonna work out. And for my accessories, of course, oh my goodness, did I choose the right accessory? Yeah, probably yes. Okay, so for my accessories, guys, the king of long battles and the king of non-penalty maps, beast set. You can crit and you can stack up a lot of attack percents. Okay, so these are my beast set. This is pretty common already. Okay, so we're not gonna be discussing this anymore, but I'm gonna show you my hunters. And my Bora is also wearing beast set. My Alicia is also wearing beast set, and both of them are already wearing 2-for-2 set of the burning curse for increased damage. Again, dragon is 4 minutes. We still have a lot of time to stack up all of this percentage to get the maximum damage output. Okay, so and then this one for the stats of Alicia Blanche, I only have 34.28% crit rate here. I want 50%. That's a no penalty map, but I think when I use this, it's worth it because my attack skyrocketed from around 15k to 17k. So I just use this instead of completing my toughness set. So yeah, so basically that's the idea. For the skills, core attack level 10. If you have Alicia main, max this core attack. This is where your damage will be coming from. And then for my Bora, which is also using the same concept here, there, Black Lion. So this is, in case you didn't notice, this is armor, this is shoes, and for Jinwoo, this is armor, this is shoes. So I divided my Black Lion set. Now Bora is using the armor and the shoes, and then I got this temporarily because, my goodness, bad roll. So I'm just using this. I just left it at plus 15. Okay, and beast set, all like beast set. So towards the end, after the 2-minute mark, everything's already stacked up with the curse and the beast. So the dragon's gonna melt, and the dragon, I noticed that he becomes soft after a few mechanics. Okay, so that's basically it. And basically what Bora does is just to deal some damage, as well as to inflict this damage taken debuff, which is gonna be from the core attack, tracking charm here, as you can see from the passives. Okay, so pretty much that's it pretty much. And in run number 2, I'm gonna explain why Saw is not here. So you might be thinking, oh, why didn't you use the full water team? Okay, in team number 2, so my old viewers, you guys already know this. This is my style, and but for my new viewers, I'm gonna explain later. Okay, and now for Meilin Fisher, I got this at A3. Super lucky, guys. Oh my goodness, I got very lucky. I just want to share this to celebrate this with you guys. So Meilin Fisher there. Okay, and Meilin Fisher there. So just, oh my goodness, that saved me a lot of money, just because I was really aiming for A3. Okay, because I know its value especially in Power of Destruction. So more on Meilin Fisher soon. I'm gonna weigh in on Meilin Fisher as a support unit soon. Okay, and that's gonna be in depth in actual combat and actual competitive combat in hard content. So stay tuned. Okay, so for Meilin Fisher, my weapon is already A3. Skills, nothing special here. I just improved this for the Vulcan. And for the gears, I just transferred Saw's Executioner set here to kind of help with more damage. But you guys can use the V reset or the concentration of firepower for better skill rotation, because I just don't have that one set up here for my characters. So that's why I'll just use this instead. And the Guardian set, Again, guys, this works even if Meilin Fisher is the holder. If Alicia casts the shield, they're gonna get, the entire party is going to get the damage increase bonus. So I love using this. I already tested the one hit kill here earlier in the Power of Destruction. Oh my goodness, I was not happy with the damage output. I don't know why. I just did some trial and error. I really don't know why. Okay, so I'll just stick with my pala set for now. Maybe some other factors played there, but that's gonna be it for now. So basically, what Meilin Fisher does, her weapon increases the damage of the team member with the highest attack by 1% for 12 seconds each time Meilin Fisher increases by HP increases by 2000%. So I'm not sure how this one works, honestly. Is that from the heal or whatever, but or maybe from the max HP? But I really don't know, guys. So if you guys know, I have this, but I don't know yet. If you guys know, please comment down below. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know everything. I'm just like you. I'm still learning a lot from this game. Okay, and for the skills, the most important thing here is that she buffs Alicia, and she increases the attack of the entire party, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and buff them with the ult. So basically, she's just a buffer. But what was really interesting there was the A3 effect, which increases the speed of power gauge. Oh my goodness. If you want to play Power of Destruction, I highly recommend this one, because pretty soon we're not gonna have slots for the Destroyer set anymore. Okay, we're all gonna transition to that 8-piece set most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. So this would help out, and since this is a power gauge related effect, I would assume that in the future there's gonna be more banners or more characters coming up that is very dependent in casting ulti and getting power gauge faster. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for this team. I hope you learned a lot from this, and now we can proceed to the second run. So I think I will not be showing the second run anymore. The next team that I'm gonna use is gonna be Min, of course, with Cha. They team up very well, and we're gonna add Saw, and we're gonna transfer the Guardian set to Saw, and we're gonna transfer the Noble Sacrifice to Min, or probably the one hit kill. I'm not sure yet, but the main concept here is that Min, of course, will make the party strong, and of course, Chahe-in, crit based unit, is gonna benefit well from this one, and Saw's role there is gonna be to provide a shield. So why do we need a shield? That's aside from the Guardian set effect, we need a shield so that Chahe-in can actually do the free hit, because Chahe-in is a very soft unit, and sometimes, or most of the time, because she doesn't have shield, she gets knocked up, knocked down, airborne, whatever. So her DPS is affected because of that. That is why I feel like in my team composition, in my team building, I always want one shielder and one support and one hyper DPS per team. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned a lot. If you have some friends that you think would need this video to improve their Power of Destruction as well, feel free to share it to them. And also guys, I know that there are a lot of great content creators out there. Just in case, okay? Just in case your support is still free and you love what we're doing here, all of the tactics and all the technical stuff that we talk about here, you can support me in the SLA Content Creator Program. It would help me a lot when it comes to making our content. That's gonna be it. Again guys, thank you so much, and see you in the next episode of our Power of Destruction series.